What's going on, guys, and welcome back to what is another Under Sleep video. So literally ever since I started my YouTube channel way back in the day, everyone has always been asking me to make one list, which is none other than the highly exclusive, the highly looked up to, greatest Pokemon of all time. And I guess the reason I never did this video is because it's one person's opinion, and that's going against everyone else's, so no one's going to have one exact list. But guys, hold the phone. I was recently on the internet and I found a website that surveyed thousands of people as to what they thought the greatest Pokemon of all time would be, which then constructed a list of over hundreds of Pokemon labelled in order of the general public's most favourite Pokemon / greatest Pokemon of all time. So I thought, you know what, let's make a video about this and settle all rumours. You can give this to your friends, you can put this in news articles, but this video is going to label the internet / the world's general population of what they think is the greatest Pokemon of all time. But without further ado, guys, make sure you sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Let's do this thing. Okay, to kick this list off here, we're going to go from numbers 50 to 25 of everyone's favourite, the entire internet's favourite Pokemon. So we've got Deoxys, Dialga as well, and then Empoleon. So we start things off with like quite a few legendary different Pokemon, but then there's Houndoom, then Swampert the main man, who kind of looks like a bit of a dirt face right there. We've got Giratina, of course, Gardevoir, Zekrom, and then Tyrantrum. I was not expecting that. Definitely leave a comment if you were expecting that one. We've got the obvious like Darkrai, Salamence, and Kyogre, and then Garchomp. That's pretty cool. Absol as well with that freshly washed hair, the god of all Pokemon Arceus, and then the legendary dog Raikou, followed up by the legendary bird Ho-Ho, then Aggron, a Veltal, the legendary bird once again. A Pokemon that I was definitely waiting for, it's Espeon himself, one of the EV's evolved forms. Then we got Greninja, Lapras, Feraligatr as well, Groudon, which I definitely thought would be higher on the list, and then Haunter. Okay, now we're on to the top 25. This is where it starts to get really #cray. Of course we're going to have Snorlax, I don't know why he's so popular. Then we've got Suicune, Articuno as well, then Metagross, but then Zapdos. I never thought Zapdos would outdo Articuno. Of course we're going to have Slifer, Umbreon as well, and then Entei. We got Scizor, Blaziken ready to pounce, which actually goes behind Tyranitar and Gyarados, which is pretty crazy, Lucario, and then everyone's favourite spoon holder, Alakazam. But now we're on to the top 10. Everyone pay attention. We got Typhlosion, a flipping Rayquaza, which oh my gosh. Then we got Dragonite, definitely thought he'd be higher. Oh my gosh, Arcanine made it onto the top 10. Lugia, and then a Pokemon that I didn't even know was this popular, Gengar. That's pretty crazy. Mew, of course. But then number 3, definitely leave a comment. Can you guess what number 3 is? Apparently the internet's favourite water-type Pokemon, Blastoise. I know, I can't believe it either. This is so weird and so random that a starter Pokemon of this caliber made it onto the top 3, which generally means, could that mean something for number 2? Definitely leave a comment in the comments section below. Which one do you think? But somehow, at number 2 is Mew freaking 2. I don't know if the internet did that to be like ironic or something, but that is so #cray that Mewtwo comes in at the number 2 slot. I had no idea this Pokemon was that popular. But then what could possibly be number 1? The greatest Pokemon to ever live of all time. It's Charizard. Of course it was Charizard. I don't know about you guys, but I could definitely tell as soon as I started like reading that list out, I'm like, okay, there's so many Gen 1 Pokemons and there's so many legendaries that surely one of the starters is going to make it in the number 1 slot. And then Blastoise showed up at number 3 as well. I'm like, what is going on? Where is Venusaur? There was no love for him, the poor dude. But yeah, I really thought that list was really eye-opening and something we've never seen before, especially with 2.2 million votes in that thing. That is just absolutely mind-boggling, and I think it's so cool that we finally have a really cool like set list of everyone's favourite Pokemon. That pretty much wraps up the top 50 greatest Pokemon of all time. Definitely leave a comment in the comment section below. Did your Pokemon make it on the list? And if it didn't, which Pokemon was that? I'm super curious to know. I think the majority of mine made it on the list, except for Thundurus. It's no big deal, don't worry about it. But it's all good, the hood. Definitely leave a comment for most of what you think, guys. So we do hopefully have a fantastic day. But most of all, you gotta keep on gaming. I'll see you then, guys.